Buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster ride of some tasteless humor, lots of heart, and radical truth with two scrappy chicks. Because adulting is hard, but we are thinking that laughing about it is just so much easier.
Yeah, hit record.
Oh, there you go.
All right, we're back. It's a Monday. When this comes out, it's going to be tomorrow, Tuesday. And I don't know what is going on with my internet at home, being very glitchy. So I am recording from my phone on my 5G. So hopefully this turns out good. And if it doesn't, I apologize in advance that it wasn't up to par. So last we left off, Marie was telling her story about ancestry, and I'm going to start off with mine about 23andMe first, then ancestry. 23andMe, my sister did, and a couple years ago, she sent me an email and said, "Hey, we have like it's either third or fourth removed cousins in your town," and I'm like, "What?" Wild. And I looked at the name. I'm like, nah, it doesn't look like anyone I know. So a couple years later, which is probably going on, I don't know, maybe 2 years, 3 years now, we had our subdivision wasn't finished. Somebody took it over and finished building. And we had new neighbors move in across the street, and they were having a party and invited us. And I was in their kitchen and noticed on their wall they had a board and it said all their names. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, why does that sound so familiar? And I'm like, no. So then I'm like, I gotta look up the email that my sister sent me. I looked up the email. Sure enough, I am standing in my cousin's house and didn't even know it. So I went and grabbed him and I said, hey, did you do this? And I don't think he did. I think it was his mom that did. And I said, take a look at this. And he said, oh my God, we're cousins. So he called his mom and we're talking, we're trying to figure out which side. Um, I think it's my mom's side, the Irish side. But crazy that I had somebody move in across the street and I'm related to. Weird. Um, so then, 2 years ago, around this time, we got Dexter, and we did what did we do? We did a embark because we wanted to know what he was. And I'm like, you know what? They had a special because it was around Black Friday. Oh, excuse me. So I'm like, I want to do ancestry because I was teased as a child and told, we found you in a basket on the doorstep. Nobody wanted you. And while I think that was just siblings being mean, I'm like, you know what? You never know. So I'm like, I need to take this for my peace. So I took it, and it took a while. I think it was before Christmas I finally found out. And when I seen I was matching with both um, my mom's side and my dad's side, I was like, oh, thank God. You know, I mean, you never know. So I had to get justification that my dad was my dad and that my dad wasn't like the milkman or that I truly really wasn't just dumped on the doorstep. You know what? I told my older sister about that. And I says, they weren't too kind to me as a child growing up because I don't think they liked the fact that they got stuck watching me and they would make me their little slave and make me do stuff and tell me if I did it. that they would make up stories that I was bad and get me in trouble. So, yeah, the unfun part of being the youngest. So that's my ancestry 23andMe, and I think daily I'm getting more and more. Hey, there's a cousin, there's a half cousin, this and that. So I think once I go back to it, right now I'm just holding the tree, but once I go get back into it, um, I'll check it out. So far, no one else living near me that I know of. So, and I think we're going to do our Chame 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 today.
Yes. What's the Chame Chame today? Oh, yeah. You've already told me twice. You go ahead and tell the story.
Okay, this one goes back about probably a year and a half. My daughter belongs to a mom's group on Facebook, and she was nearing Eli's first birthday, and he was going to be switching the milk, and she was just about out of formula and just like, the cost of things, I don't want to have to go buy some more. So she thought maybe somebody had some extra. So she posted it, and this one lady was nasty and said, "Didn't you ask for formula a couple months back? And if you can't afford to feed your kid, why are you having kids?" Just nasty, uncalled for. And other people spoke up and said, "Hey, that is not what we do in this group. We're here to lift each other up, not tear each other down." That was uncalled for. And Ashley never responded to her. And one lady said, "Hey, I have some personal message to me," and she did. And that lady apologized for that other lady. And, no one should apologize for somebody else's um, wrongdoings, I mean, this is just crazy, Think about the things that people say, and
And I
it's so
think
easy to
people,
say it.
yeah, I think people are really brave because they're behind a computer. And I also
Yes,
think that people are, and this is just my personal take on it. I'm seeing a lot of this misery loves company where people are just very miserable, angry, unhappy with their lives or what's going on. And anytime anybody has, something that they don't agree with, we're not asking you to agree, not asking you for your permission or your approval. When someone's asking for help, what is this pile on, kick them when they're down, mob mentality? I mean,
mhm,
that is such base behavior. And I think we as a society, I'm so glad that the other moms in there spoke up and kind of kicked it back to her and was kind of like, hey, what are you doing? What kind of person does this? A healthy, happy person does not go around attacking people, especially online. Because I'll tell you something, it's like a mind virus, isn't it? People are so angry and they're just so entitled. And it's just like people are getting very verbally, not getting, they have been very verbally abusive, physically
yes,
abusive.
yes,
And I'll tell you something, when you and I were coming up, that I won't say it never happened, it was rare. And when you and I were in high school, the only time I ever saw any fights or outbursts was when a specific school was allowed to merge with our school. And that's typically what would happen is that these were troubled kids. It
yes,
seems like every kid in the world is troubled now. Why? Like what's happened? What's going on? Why do people think it's okay to, attack each other? I don't get it.
yeah. I read somewhere, I don't know if I forwarded it to you, and they were Gen X, right?
Yeah.
Am I right, Gen X?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And she's like, if I got bullied at school, I went home and it stopped. You know what I mean? You didn't get constantly bullied like via phone, text, or on the internet. It
Right,
stopped,
right,
so you
right,
went back the next day.
right.
And um man, I really wish this generation could have grew up when we did because, it's like on one hand, social media. Um, when I first signed up, it was MySpace. I'm showing my age. And the big deal on there was, oh, am I in your top eight? But it wasn't dramatic. It was like funny, right? And and then all the kids started joining MySpace, and I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna go over to Facebook. So I go over to Facebook, and then guess what? Then the kids followed me over there too. And my reason for joining Facebook, so this was 2007. Hard, this is going to be 2026, so almost 20 years ago. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, I know.
And, and my whole purpose was to um, get in touch with people I've gone to school with, worked with, family, and keeping up.
Yeah.
And um, and that's maybe the only reason why I still, stay on. But it just has turned into something ugly with the the hate and the you know putting each other down, and then if you don't agree with me on things, it's just awful.
Well,
Can't What
that's,
happened to
go ahead.
agree to disagree, right?
Right. No, there is no such thing. I mean, and it's very difficult to tell. I know on X, formerly known as Twitter, and these other social platforms that it's very hard to tell a real person from a bot. And I do feel that there's a lot of that going on, a lot of fake accounts that are just bots that just kind of go in there and get people riled up like trolling. And social media has become so prevalent in everybody's lives. People take it so seriously. And I'm agreeing with you is that, I started in 2005. And only reason why I was on there was, like you said, to connect with people, to see who was on there, like people from high school, people from prior jobs. It was just a way to kind of keep in contact with people. Now it's weaponized. It really is. It's done more harm than good, I feel, especially since I found out about the bot thing a few years ago
Right.
and the fake accounts and everything. So I just try to stay off as much as possible. And, try not to take what people say seriously because we don't even know if it's people. Either way,
Right.
it's detrimental to people and their psyche. And I think people need to back off.
And then for 24 hours, got a ban that I could comment, but I couldn't do the like.
Yeah.
And I went and checked my account and said, oh, you're in good standing. You're being wonderful on Facebook. Okay, but so why the ban? And the only thing I can think of is I scrolled too fast and liked and commented too quick.
Oh,
Isn't that ridiculous?
yeah. Well, you also like to listen in double speed. So,
I know. I know. I don't know if I admitted this, but I listened to so many podcasts that I was like, I can't get through these. How can I get through these? And then I look and realize, oh, you can speed up the um what's the word I'm looking for? The how why am I drawing a blank? You can speed up the rate of how you hear it.
yes, the
And
play the
two is the
playtime.
highest.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 is the highest. So I kept experimenting. And now I cannot listen at regular because it sounds like slow-mo to me.
Like Charlie Brown teacher mode.
Yeah, but it's cool because I get through my podcast now. But
There you
it's
go.
funny. He's like, and I was like, yeah. And he goes, are you getting anything out of this? I go, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Quiz me. Quiz me. So that's our Chame Chame Chame. Oh, here's another Chame Chame Chame. Doctor's office who cannot get your copay right. Um, and again, this happened to my daughter. She got a letter from the doctor. I won't name the facility that apparently they forgot her copay should have been $5 more. So all the way back from January till now. So they had to pay that. And then the same thing happened with their visits for speech therapy for my grandson. They misinformed her. I don't know who misinformed her, and she's going to go elsewhere because besides doing that, she had other issues, so she's going to go elsewhere. But still, it's kind of a slap in the face, and you present someone with like a $500 bill. Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
we were wrong.
there's so,
It
well, yeah.
shouldn't have taken them that long to
No, it
figure
should
that
not.
out,
It
that there
should
was
not
a
have taken
boo-boo.
that. Should not have taken that long. And we as the consumer, unfortunately, have relied too heavily on these businesses, hospitals, whoever to do their job. We have to do everybody's job and double check, because this is what happens. And the same thing happened to me with the when I was doing the aquatherapy, 4 visits, and this is after insurance paid, $1,200. Like this insurance thing is out of control. Absolutely out of
Hmm.
control. How are you charging me $1,200 plus you're still getting half from my insurance company? So the 1,200 is my half. Like, come on. For what? 40 minutes? No, I don't think so. But there needs to be full disclosure in rates, and I think that we as consumers need to be a little more diligent and ask for, oh, so you're saying you verified my insurance. We need to contact our insurance companies to verify what they verified, and then have them send us something, a confirmation, an email. This is what your insurance said that we have confirmed for you in terms of what your copay is, what your current deductible amount is, and how much they're going to pay for this and that. We just have to do it that way, because unfortunately now then you're slapped with a $500 bill and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, where'd this come from?
I know, not cool.
No.
Not cool at all.
And they don't care, because they're like, well, pay it or we'll put it on your credit report. We're like, so what choice do you have?
Right? Shame, shame,
Shame,
shame.
shame, shame.
Um, not to get off subject, but are you keeping track of our time?
Yes. We've only been 22 minutes.
Okay. Well, you'll have to let me know when we're getting close.
Yes. It will.
So, what else?
Well, we were
We're
going
gonna
to do
get
our little Christmas special, but somebody got sick.
Yes, yes. But it's best that um, like in the movie Vacation, when Eddie says to Clark, with the Jelly of the Month Club, the gift
Yeah,
that keeps on giving. Yeah.
right.
So I was not going to do that to you.
No.
So we will be together under one roof soon,
Soon.
sooner
Yeah.
than later.
And then we were talking about, family traditions
Cookies.
and creating traditions and how things have changed since we're older now and we have adult children and grandchildren. And sometimes there's estrangement and sometimes there's not. Um, and it's like, I just feel like we all have to be able to pivot, stop, drop, and roll, and like
Yeah.
like last year, my daughter's boyfriend's family, the mom and the daughters they've done Christmas cookies every year. And can I tell you, I've had them 2 years in a row, and Ginger got some too. And how delicious were they,
Yes.
Ginger?
Oh my God. That was like, oh my God, I can't wait till next year.
No.
And
Then things change, and this happens, in people's lives, and they and I can attest because my daughter and I spent the day together on Sunday, and we did, or sorry, Saturday, and we did cookies and stuff like that, and it was a lot of fun, and it's also a lot of work, and it's kind of expensive. So, when someone does something like that, and then they're giving away boxes and boxes of dozens and dozens of cookies, it's like, oh my gosh, that's the most wonderful thing in the whole wide world. Thank you so much. And it's also when people have difficulties in their lives and they have to kind of take a step back, you're like, oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm going to miss those cookies. That was
I
like
know,
a bright spot in my holiday. And now I'm going to cry.
I know. So, any bakers out there, please, can you send us cookies?
I know, right?
Hit us up. We'll give you an address to send it to.
Right. So,
Please.
oh gosh. So, and like I said, and it's fun. We made some really good, delicious things. And then I know you're going to be hosting at your home too, and I'm hosting at my home, and going to have a brunch. And I'm going to make for the first time, because I've been watching this on YouTube, people making this Yorkshire pudding. It looks super simple, looks super delicious. Basically, it's fried dough or fried batter. And I
Hmm.
told my daughter about it. I said, I want to do it. I want to try it. So, yeah. So, should I tell you what we're going to be making, hopefully?
Sure.
Going to do the cheesy hash browns minus the soup thing. I can't not look at a can of soup the way I used to in
Ah,
the past. I can't do it. So I'm doing the cheesy hash browns without the soup, Yorkshire pudding. I'm gonna do an egg bake with, bread, turkey sausage, eggs, cheese, milk. What else we're gonna do? Oh, and like a gingerbread loaf with lemon glaze. And then we're gonna have waffles, and we're probably gonna do regular scrambled eggs as well for, in case anybody doesn't like
mm.
the egg bake thing. Um, oh, and then I told Nicole, I'm like, we should do cereal, Ginger. We should do a cereal bar. Like, how cool would
Mm-hmm.
that be? Get a few cereals, some cold milk, and have that as part of the breakfast brunch. I'm like, I'm all about it. Let's do it.
Have you seen those dispensers?
Yep.
Seen it at a customer's house. It almost looks like a gumball machine
Yep.
where you turn the knob and it
Yes.
dispenses cereal. Yeah,
Yes.
that is cool.
Right?
I
I
may have to get Das one of those
what
because for
is
some reason now he's
yeah,
into children's cereal. Like
what kind?
he, he asked for it's funny. He asked for Fruity Pebbles
Oh my God, that's
and
my favorite. My
and
all-time
he
favorite.
goes he looks in the pantry and he goes, dude, that's like Lucky Charms and Fruit Loops. That ain't Fruity Pebbles. And I go, oh man. So I had to order it the next day.
Remember Boo Berry, Count Chocula, and Frankenberry? Yes?
Yes.
No, maybe.
Yeah.
We had all of those because there was a pink cereal, a blue cereal, and then the chocolate cereal. And then remember when we used to have sleepovers? Well, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but my sister, because she was older, she would have sleepovers a lot, and my mother would get those little mini cereal boxes. You'd get like the assortment.
Yes.
It would be like sugar snaps or sugar pops and frosted flakes and all those other cereals I just told you about. It was really cool. And then you could just pour the milk right in the box.
When we would stay at hotels and they had those, we'd grab a couple extra things.
Right? I know. I mean, sometimes when you go to these hotels, you get a really nice little continental breakfast. I remember when I was in San Diego, when my son graduated boot camp, the hotel that I stayed at, they have those waffle machines where you could do your own fresh waffles. And then everything else you could think of: hot cereal, cold cereal, toast, French toast, every kind of sausage, bacon, and your waffles. It was freaking amazing.
Yes. Remember Lego My Eggo?
Yeah. Did you used to get those waffles?
Yes.
I know, who didn't? And what about Pop Tarts?
Yes.
Who didn't have a Pop Tart?
Frosted, non-frosted.
Frosted,
Um,
hello, strawberry. And do you remember when we were growing up how good the Hostess pies were? Cherry was my all-time favorite. Those have gone so wrong, so downhill. But back when we were younger, those things were amazing.
and we had the Hostess stores where
Yes, we
you got
did.
it at a discount price.
Yes, we sure the heck did. We had it going on, man. Let me tell you. World's gone to
I know
literal hell since
we
1990.
had it good. To those who are listening that did not grow up in the 70s and 80s, oh my God, you
Oh
guys
my
do not know
gosh.
what you're missing. And
So
it,
much
it
fun.
wasn't until the first cell phone I got was when the year my daughter was born, so 1992, and that was a bag phone. So you could only use it in the car.
Yep, I remember those. I
You
did
had to
not have one. I
plug
didn't
it
get a
in
phone until
to
I
the
was, gosh, what year were we in that little condo where the cats were running across the couch? Remember that? So I probably didn't have my first cell phone until 2000 and I'm trying to think when we were there. Early 2000s. So you had your portable phone way before me.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so 1992 was the bag phone, and like I said, you could only use it if you had it plugged in the cigarette lighter. So there was nobody going in the store with a phone.
Right.
And then I want to say within a couple of years, I'm trying to think, was the brick phone next,
Maybe. Oh,
right?
where you could carry it, right? Like in a bag.
No, the brick phone. Like they called it a brick phone because it looked like a brick with a friggin' antenna on it.
Yeah, but there were ones
And
that you could
then,
carry in a bag over your shoulder that were the brick phone. That was just a big block.
yeah, the brick phone was just a big block, but the one that was in like a briefcase, that you couldn't bring that in the store unless I think you bought a battery, but I'm sure that was expensive. And think about how much it cost a minute back then. You
Right.
had to
Oh
be
my gosh,
careful. You could run up your frickin' cell phone bill.
it was crazy. I know.
And and texting wasn't a thing. It was, oh, look at me. I can call on my cell phone.
Yep.
And I think after the brick phone was the Motorola flip phone.
Are you sure it wasn't the BlackBerry?
Remember? No, no, I know it was the Motorola flip phone because we were still doing analog
Mm, okay.
because the BlackBerry came after that. We could do cell phone research, but I'm pretty sure it came after that.
Well, like
And
I said, I didn't have my first cell phone until shoot. I'm gonna have to look because now I don't even remember. That's how freaking long ago it was.
so I was probably calling you on your landline.
I want to say it was probably, yeah, I was probably 2006, 2007.
Wow.
Yeah. Because back then there were still payphones, and I was, if I worked somewhere, I would either use their phone during the day or go down to the little restaurant or whatever and use a payphone. So,
Here's
isn't that
my goofy
crazy?
dog. What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to say hi to everybody? Huh? Can you say hi? Woof. No, you just want to play. Yeah. So he has a little trail on the fence running with the neighbor's dogs. There he goes. All right. Shush. And then he had the bag of the um, wood chips to put down
Yeah.
because it froze and it thawed and it froze and it thawed. And before he could lay it down, I go to let Dexter in it, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, why do his paws look funny? And he's walking funny. He had mud in his paws,
Oh,
all of them. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I was out there sitting on the patio with a towel, cleaning his paws off.
boy.
And then got him in the house. And then I said, Kevin, we got to get this down. So we put it down, and hopefully it worked last time. So hopefully that works. And then come spring, we got to put more cement in the posts of our fence. I think that side takes a beating from the wind.
Hmm. Well,
So,
bonus for your winter though is that you get to park in the garage this year.
yes, yes. I mean, all I want for Christmas is to park in the garage.
Yep.
And it's been awesome. And he put one of those balls on the string, so I know where to line up. You know what? I'm not parked in there right now because he was going to do something in the garage, but he said he would put it in there later.
Well, considering
Have
we're no
not
longer in the
been,
deep freeze and it's not snowing, because now we're back into fall weather.
yeah, and I cannot explain it. Why this weather is like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. But I'm not gonna complain. If there's no freezing rain or snow to drive in, I'm good. I mean, I'm already uh, okay with going through car washes now. I'm already getting used to driving at night. So, but I will never acclimate liking driving in the rain or the
I know.
snow.
I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody likes
No.
it.
So I think we're almost at the time.
Yes. We'll wrap it up.
So I know at least this week I'm going to do an episode with my daughter, um, and hopefully get that out on Friday. And you can get your um, one or two of yours to do one with you. That would be nice.
Yeah, I'll see
And
if I can get everybody to agree to do maybe like a 10-minute talk on maybe on
send it,
Christmas.
yeah, send a disclosure. Oh, and if I can figure it out, I recorded when I went to Walmart on Sunday, and I recorded how I should have not gone. And if you need to go to the store, this is what you're going to deal with. And
Right.
probably after Christmas,
Oh,
and before New Year's, and then maybe it gets a little less crazy after New Year's when people are done returning stuff to the store. So anyway, on behalf of me, my family, two Scrappy Chicks, we want to wish you happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We will be back next week. I know a lot of podcasts go on hiatus, but no, we're going to keep going.
yes. Because we're scrappy.
Yeah. Do you have any last salutations?
Yes. FAFO. Find another favorable option. Have a wonderful holiday and lift each other up.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Only good thing about Walmart, they're playing good music. But what was I thinking to come in here? Because I'm a bad grandma and didn't order in time. Some stuff isn't coming for the ragu until after Christmas. And I went down the toys aisle and did not even see anything good. And pet peeve is when people put their card on one side and they're on the other side looking. It's like, put your card on that same side that you're going to stand. So, yeah, this wasn't a very good idea. Is what it is. All right, I'm listening to a podcast and then trying to record, but I guess I have to pause it before I do a recording. So I'm trying to find slippers, and it's just like, what the heck? I cannot find a decent slipper. I don't like too tight. Oh man, I'm just so fussy getting up in my middle age here. Yeah, I am still nutty. I'm going to be wrapped it up and having to sit mine forever. Okay, why do I do this? Oops. Okay, now I'm in line. I switched lines. So, and I got so warm here that I thought I was going to pass out. Cannot wait to get checked out and get the heck out of here. What was I thinking? Okay, back in the car. Spent more than I thought I would. Isn't that the case when you go in versus when you use the app? I've used the app since COVID, and I prefer doing it that way and picking up my stuff. I do it for Walmart, do it for Jewel. Don't do it for Aldi because they do a surcharge on every item. And Aldi's small enough that I can go in and out. And I can't believe it's almost 2 o'clock. And I got here after 12. How the heck was I in the store this long? But I did have to wait in line for quite a while. And now to get out of here, like what's the easy way to escape out of here? Oh my God. If I was a drinker, I would be having a pina colada when I get home. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you are doing some last minute shopping, just be prepared for the next couple days and even after of the stores being crowded, people driving like loonies, and the aisles being crowded because not only do you have people shopping, but then you have the personal shoppers. And like coming out of an aisle, be careful. Creep out, especially if you have a cart. Creep your cart out and look so you don't like run into somebody. Not everyone's going to give that courtesy. But I've seen, I creep out, so they see, hey, I'm poking out, and then people are like, oh, someone's coming, and then they'll stop, and then I'll just wave them through because I didn't want to bump into them or have them bump into me, and people respected that. And I've heard wives yelling at their husbands, get out of the ladies' way. Oh, so yeah, stay home. There may be stuff on Amazon that you can still get in time for Christmas. But yeah, my advice is stay home. It's too crazy here. All right, I am going to head home, and hopefully I get out of this parking lot quickly. I'm trying to figure out which way to go. Go to the further end, less hectic, or the closer? Decisions. But yeah, like I said, if you can't avoid the stores at all costs.
We love our Scrappy peeps. So thank you all for joining us and becoming part of our flock. So please like, subscribe, and share. And if you don't like us, unfortunately, yo mama. But if you do like us, we look forward to seeing you next time on Two Scrappy Chicks.